Welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. I'm Joe.
And I'm Calvin.
And welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that.
It is so dry and cold and dry.
Sure, it is. Lovely.
Lovely. What's
Yes.
lovely?
Everything's lovely.
Okay. Anyway, moving on to That Happened.
That happened with Joe.
Okay. There has been, for whatever reason, a renewed conversation around what's deemed professional attire and what's not deemed professional attire.
Who cares?
Exactly. Apparently, there was this whole thing that came about some woman who does, I want to call them sports interviews. I don't know what they're actually called, but she's a sports journalist. She was in a 2-piece gray number for something. In it, they're like, it's like a short suit set, basically. So she's got like, it looks like booty shorts. And then she's got a blazer, but there's no shirt on under the blazer. And people are like, oh, inappropriate. This is inappropriate. How are they going to take her seriously if she's not dressed seriously? I'm going to need us to stop. I don't know why we're going backwards in time. I don't know why we're going to continue to believe the lie that as long as women dress a certain way, they'll be seen as more professional. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a lie. It doesn't matter what a woman wears, unfortunately, for her to continually be sexualized. It does not matter what she's wearing. You can think it's too much. You can think it's too little. You can think whatever. It doesn't change anything because this is still under the guise of the patriarchy. This idea that women have to jump insane hoops to be seen as the same as their male cohorts is insane. So I'm going to need us to stop talking about how women should dress themselves for certain things because it's redundant. End of rant.
Same thing, yes.
Same thing, yes.
I can't wear my booty shorts from half of my balls out and not be seen as a certain way or a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you.
I see. It's just dumb. A lot of it is women policing other women. Like, what do you think we're winning? What do you think you win in that conversation?
To be picked.
Somebody respect? Because you don't. So anyway.
To be picked by a good man.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Yes, it is.
So that's something that happened. I have nothing else. Anything happen for you this week?
Other than cold? No.
Uh-huh.
That's about it. Cold ice everywhere.
You see that lady in Aberdeen running
No.
from the cops?
No.
The video went viral. There's this car. Its 2 front wheels are flat. She's driving. Cops are chasing her. She finally slows down. It's on like a public street in front of like a bunch of restaurants. She finally slows down. The cops surround her. She rolls her window down. She's like, I didn't do anything. I don't know why you're after me. I'm scared. The cops are telling her to get out the car. She rolls that window right back up, drives off. And they gotta chase her again. Eventually they catch her. Eventually she goes into holding. But the point is, she sat there, had a calm conversation with them, and left. Anyway. Hysterical.
Once again, it sounds like the police not doing their job.
Oh, okay. What's your opinion on this next story? It is about ICE, the continuous, what are they called? Protests that are happening in Minneapolis, okay? One of the protesters is a white man who yells at one of the black female ICE officers, agents, whatever they are, and tells her that she's basically a house nigga. The internet's in uproar.
Why?
There's a split decision happening. On the one hand, people are like, he's not wrong. But they're also like, I don't like who the messenger is, though. Somebody else should have said that. It's a whole thing. The whole thing.
Could it be she's just doing her job?
For ICE,
you gonna pay her bills if she quit?
she not getting paid. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news. ICE agents ain't getting paid. The bonus they were promised, they ain't getting. The regular paychecks, they ain't getting. So they're also not getting paid by being ICE agents.
You gonna pay her bills?
ICE is not paying her bills.
Like I said, I don't know what she does. Who says she's out there actually doing her job? She could just be standing out there. She can have zero rest. Who knows? She could just take it for the paycheck. Who knows what she's
Again,
doing?
they're not getting paid.
They're going to get paid at some point.
Not necessarily.
No one works for free.
No one works for free, indeed.
So at some point, she's going to get paid.
I don't know if you noticed, but the turnover rate for ICE agents, high. People aren't staying in these positions.
She's going to stay there until she finds something else.
So you're taking her side. You're saying he shouldn't have said it. She's just doing her job. They should have left her alone.
I don't know what she's doing. That's the point. I don't know. Is she out there beating people up and arresting them and doing stuff?
You don't think I should be abolished? How about that?
Yeah, I don't. It is what it is.
What's that mean?
Sure, I don't know. I'm staying in the house. It's too cold.
What does that got to do with anything?
Nothing. They need to figure something out.
ICE is not even an actual federal agency. It's just something that an executive order put together under DHS. They're not a real anything. 1. 2, they really can't enforce anything. They don't have any of the legal merits to enforce anything. They're literally just bullying people out in the streets. Okay. 3, they just built their concentration camp, or their detainment center. That's insane. They're holding people unlawfully against their will on a regular basis. 4, a majority of the people that make up ICE agents, people who are minorities. So it's like, what is going on? What is happening? 5, even though these people have signed up to be ICE agents, they're also not immune to that same system that's in place. So some of them are being arrested while being ICE agents to be detained, to be shipped somewhere.
I don't know what to tell you. People are taking a job because they need a job.
My original statement was, this white man told this black woman that she was being a house nigga. And people were like, he's not wrong. But he should not have said it.
Whatever.
Other people are like, he gets the one pass. And he made use of it.
I don't care. It's whatever.
Oh, there you go. Calvin is a supporter of ICE. So
sure, that's what you took out this whole thing down to support ICE, because I said I don't know what the hell she's doing. Because a lot of people sign up for the military just to get out of town.
Please don't equate ICE to the military. Please don't.
A lot of people do stuff just because they want to get out of a situation, and they're just doing it because it's something to do. Now, if she's out there beating people up and doing stuff, sure, okay, and then you can call her a house Negro, whatever you want to call her. Some people just took a job. That's all it is. I'm not going to sit there and act like all these people out here just doing the most.
1, contextually, being in the military versus being in ICE, a little different. A little different.
Sure.
A little different. Like, again, ICE doesn't have any legal merits whatsoever.
It's like...
And you know all of the negative connotation that comes with it going in. And you still were like, yeah. Now, a lot of them did do it for the paycheck. I'll agree with that. A lot of them did do it for the paycheck. And subsequently, they're now suffering because that paycheck is not coming. So, apparently there's a loophole in the fine writing of that promise bonus that they were supposed to get. That $50,000 bonus they were supposed to get. Hell, even in the, they're supposed to do like student loan forgiveness. There's a loophole in it that after like different taxes and whatever else comes out of it, they're left with next to nothing, essentially. So they signed up for nothing. And for a lot of them, when they finally figure that out, they leave. They go and try to find something else. The issue is they now have that career listed in their business history. And a lot of people aren't hiring them if they used to work for that group.
Okay, then.
So you're effectively shooting yourself in the foot. Why would you do that?
Okay, then. Well, that's a risk they took.
It's crazy. It is crazy. And it's hysterical. Anyway, moving on. Which show you want to talk about first?
Just do a normal order we normally do.
All right, A Killer Among Friends. Did you happen to write down the episode? No, you didn't, because I told you not to. So anyway, we watched the fourth episode of A Killer Among Friends. Would you say that this was actually a killer among friends? I say yes.
Yeah,
I say yes.
I guess, because she went to a new friend group.
Right.
So, yeah.
But they were a friend group that she was with. So this episode is episode 4 of season 1. It's called She's No Runaway. It's essentially the story about Maryanne Measles and what happens to this poor girl. So we kick off. This is something that's happening in the mid to late 90s. Literally this time. Not like before when they were like, it's 2006 and they were showing nothing but 90s footage. So it's about the summer of 97, going into her 7th grade year. 13-year-old Maryanne Measles has been spending time with a much older crowd. She's introduced to this crowd by a mutual friend, this guy Scott, that's in her friend group, who's her same age. He's also knows this older group, and by older, I mean older. They're
Scott's
21.
21.
Scott is not 21.
How old is Scott?
Their friend Scott is the same age as Maryanne. He's 13.
I'm sorry. So, what's the...
The group that she's hanging out with is 21-year-old Keith Foster.
Okay, Keith is 21.
We've got a Dorothy Hallis who's over the age of 18 as well.
She's like 19.
We don't get a distinct age, though. Maggie Mae Bennett also, who's older. All of these kids are out of high school, basically.
Oh, so...
Alan Walter is 19. Jeffrey Boyette is another person who's in that group. There's a 24-year-old named Ronald Rajcock.
Wasn't there AJ?
AJ was a guy. I think that's Alan.
Okay.
23-year-old named Daenerys Dupas.
23.
And a
That's
June
crazy.
Sager. They're all definitely out of high school for some time.
And for some reason, these people are still hanging with high school. Not even high schoolers.
Middle schoolers.
Middle schoolers.
Yeah, they're hanging out with middle schoolers. Yeah. I think AJ is Alan Walter. So,
Okay.
for whatever reason, this 13-year-old who just left 6th grade and is about to be in 7th grade is hanging out with everybody who is not in high school at all.
So what happened for her to leave her age group that she was hanging with?
She never had a falling out with her friends. It's a situation of it, again, being like a small area and her just seeing the older kids as like cool. Scott was seen as cool because he was hanging out with the older kids. And for whatever reason, these older kids were like ingrained in the younger kids' life. Like they would pick them up from the bus stop and drop them off home. They knew their parents. Like they were pretty ingrained.
She started dating Keith, right?
She wasn't dating them. So in early October, Maryanne confides in her mom something that happened to her, which is that she had sex with 2 men.
Keith was one of them.
Keith was one of them, and Alan is the other one. Mind you, again, Keith is 21.
I think they said she started dating Keith. Keith started dating her.
No, they said he brought her flowers. They never dated.
Okay.
Because he has a girlfriend. Keith and Alan, AJ, both have girlfriends. So.
Sure.
He was flirting and trying to fool around with a 13-year-old is what was happening. And eventually Maryanne tells her mom that she had sex with Alan and Keith. One who's 21 and one who is 19. She is 13. Maryanne's mom suggests that they report it to the police because it's statutory rape. Maryanne at first hesitates, but then agrees, and they file statutory rape charges against Alan. They with a plan to go back and also file a report against Keith.
I thought they started, but then the way the show said it, they started to do it.
Yeah, meaning they did one and didn't do the other one.
The show made it seem like they started to do it, and she got overwhelmed or got tired or something happened, and they told her to come back to sign.
Yeah, the other one.
But she never came back.
The show established that she did file one for Alan. She was supposed to go back and sign for Keith, and she didn't do it.
Okay.
Because that's also what leads to her losing her life. It's because she did file for one. Okay. And they wanted to warn her against.
I thought she started and then something happened or the police was
She did start, meaning she did one but didn't do the other one. She was supposed to do 2. When they went there, when her and her mom went to the police department, they were supposed to file statutory rape charges for 2 people.
They made it sound like the police were like, whatever. And
They were like, whatever.
and then that's why they left. And it was to come back and finish. Okay. But anyway, you look at it, the police really didn't take them seriously
Well,
at all.
unfortunately, that's very true for a lot of people who are filing rape charges. It's usually not taken super seriously. It's notoriously very difficult to prove rape. Notoriously. I would think that this girl who's 13, they'd take it with a shred of seriousness, but whatever. Anyway. So they did it for Ellen. They didn't do it for Keith. Later, in October, Maryanne is at the Milford Town Green. It is literally just grass. They're at a place that has a bunch of grass and then like a little, what's it called?
I don't know.
That little wooden thing they can sit in.
A shed?
No, it's not a shed. It's like it's the thing that was in a circle.
A carousel?
Carousel.
A carousel?
No, I can't even think what it's called. The point is that there's nothing. It's just literally grass and then that thing.
It's like a building with like not even benches. It's like
No, there is benches built into it.
benches built into it where you can sit around.
Yes.
It's like a circle.
And it's like a circle.
I don't know what's it called. But she's there. They call her numerous times to threaten her. She gets
No, they didn't call her. They showed up. They're
Yeah.
telling her this to her face. They circle her.
a patio or something like that.
It's not a
something like an
patio.
outside patio
It's not a patio.
with the roof on it. Anywho,
But no, so she's out there. They see her there. They begin circling her in their car, taunting her, yelling at her, threatening her. So it's a line of cars circling Maryanne and them yelling at her.
she calls her mom to come pick her up
Yes.
because she's scared.
Her mom comes and gets her. And then they go to a grocery store because Maryanne's mom needs to get some bread and milk. Maryanne decides to wait in the parking lot while her mom goes inside. Maryanne is stressing that like she feels like she's in danger. She tells her mom that she thinks that those people are going to kill her friends, her older friends that were just taunting her. She's like, if they find me, they're going to kill me. Several minutes after running inside the store, it wasn't even that long. It was like 3-5 minutes that her mom was in that grocery store, comes right back out. Maryanne's gone. She's nowhere to be found. They have no idea where she is.
Okay, now I got an issue with the mom. If that's how it went down, why didn't we just go straight to the police station?
What do you mean? Do what?
Tell the police. Let her tell her story to the police. And then if something happens, it's on the police, not you.
I don't understand what your logic about that
Meaning,
is.
you tell the police, hey,
People don't get arrested for words. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly what they were taunting her. So even if they turned around and went to the police and were like, hey, they circled around her and bullied her, they're like, okay. Like it's a terrible thing that happened, but it's not illegal.
but
Okay.
they're threatening to kill me. There's a difference. They have to at least investigate or interview somebody. They have to.
Well, why do you say have to?
Because your life got threatened.
But you have to prove your life got threatened. You have to prove your life got threatened.
Even if they do nothing, you go there to just so it's on the police department. It makes them look stupid and
I
bad.
don't
like they
know if you know how the law works.
do. Okay, whatever. Moving on.
Unfortunately, people get their lives threatened every day. Like people like if you get a customer that's mad at a retail store and they're like, I'll kill you. Even if you took that to the police, they can't do anything.
Somebody calls the police at least escort them out or
That means they got to stick around for all that. You know how long it takes police to get there? They could be long gone.
okay, they got to sure, John, sure.
I'm just saying, going to the
They
to
still
the
have
police,
to take a written statement. They still have to do something. That's what I'm saying.
They already went to the police who didn't take them seriously on the rape charge. What do you think they're going to do with the death threats?
And that police department looks stupid.
How's that help them? It doesn't. They're still in the same boat.
It brings awareness to the police department being incompetent.
And how does that help them?
they now start making sure that their police officers start taking stuff seriously. All I'm saying is you set a precedent and you can sue and at least get compensation for stuff for their negligence.
Getting compensation doesn't help them if they're still missing the person. You know what I mean?
It's some type of retribution. That's all. Moving on.
Okay. Anyway, so Maryanne's mom had gone to the store, comes right back out. It's been like 3 or 5 minutes. Maryanne is gone. In the few minutes that Maryanne was waiting, she was approached by a different member of the group. This was 24-year-old Ronald, who drove up and forced her into his car. Allegedly, Maryanne was crying and begging for him to let her go and let her go back to her mom, but Ronald maintained that he wanted to scare her. Later in police interviews, he says that Maryanne was freaking out. He drove off to a pull-off on River Road, which was about 12 minutes away from that grocery store. If you don't know what a pull-off is, it's literally like a little circular area where you can pull off from the main road if you need to stop to like change a tire or whatever. That's literally what it is. But it can also lead into the forest, which is where they end up going. They go into the woods. At that location, the rest of the group is waiting. And by rest of the group, it is all those people. It is Keith. It is Dorothy. It is Maggie. It is Alan. It is Jeffrey Boyette. Ronald, who brought her. Some guy named Deneric. And June Sagar. They're all there. These are all girlfriends and guy friends who, for whatever reason, had it out for Maryanne. June's also there. June is somebody that Maryanne also befriended in this group, who also worked to get her to come out to where they were at. Unfortunately, they brutally attack Maryanne. She gets gang raped by the guys, is beaten, and then dunked in the Housatonic River until they no longer see any bubbles, before they bind her in chains and dump her body. But unfortunately for the family members that are searching to get answers, they don't know any of this. They're under the impression that Maryanne is still alive somewhere and maybe is a runaway. After Maryanne is taken from the grocery store, Maryanne's mom does go to police to report that her child is missing. But the police say they can't file a missing persons report like that. Because they think she's a runaway. And they treat it like she's a runaway.
So the show goes through and pretty much gives you the backstory. When she started hanging with this older crowd, she started skipping school. So she started getting hit with truancy.
Which means that all that was happening in the 6th grade.
So.
Which means they were messing with her when she was 12.
Yeah.
Into her turning 13.
They said they're messing around. She was hanging with him when she was 12. So from that, they just assume since she's skipping school, she's just a runaway. She's just a bad kid who's just rebellion, and she ran away. Once again, they were 100% wrong. Per usual, the police not doing their job. Period. So that's why they consider her a runaway, because of all the skipping school that she was doing prior to them kidnapping her.
So, unfortunately, her family and friends are also moving under the guise that she's potentially run away. Rumors are flying that because she was sexually active with these older guys, these older grown-ass men, that she might have been pregnant, and that might have led to her running away in shame. Her mother is putting out news advertisements, back when we actually used the paper, like basically pleading for her daughter to come home. Like, hey, we still love you. We'll love you and the baby. There's no reason to be ashamed. We just want to make sure you're safe. So they're running this like they think that that she's still alive, and 2, that she's literally just a runaway teen. Unfortunately, I want to say about the 3rd year, her body's found, I want to say in like 99 or 2000. No, her body's found in 98. They find her body in 1998. Close to a little over a year from her disappearance. And she's found floating in that Housatonic River.
And it takes about 3 or 4 years for them to even
2.
2 years before they get any leads on what happened to her.
So, yeah, because they're not finding anything. However, her sister and her friends have heard the local rumors that it might have something to do with the guys she was hanging out with, like Keith and Alan. So much so that her sister and one of her friends confront Keith when they run into him at a grocery store later, where they're like, "We know you did something to Maryanne. We want to know where she is," like taunting him and to raise a reaction out of him. And they get a reaction out of him where he basically goes, "Don't tempt me to do it again," meaning something nefarious.
I'll kill again.
They take Calvin's advice and they go straight to the police, but the police say that they can't do anything because it's just words, unfortunately.
Because basically saying he said he confessed to murdering her, which he really didn't. He just said, "I'll kill again."
I don't even know if they necessarily said that he confessed. They just said that he definitely had a role to play in her disappearance, but they were like, "We can't do anything because there's no proof to back that up."
The whole point was the police wasn't doing anything anyway.
Well, so the police and the state put out a reward. They'll pay $50,000 to somebody who has any information on the disappearance of Maryanne.
Meaning that's them saying we're moving on.
Okay, but they still put out that amount. If you know anything about those types of rewards, it's very rare that people actually get the payment from those rewards. It tends to get tied up in a lot of their red tape. So a lot of their policy and guidance on how that can be distributed. They take out their own fees and taxes out of it before you even see it. So even though it says 50,000, by the time you actually get paid it what it is, which could be years down the line, after they are able to prove that you're the one that gave the tip that was actually beneficial, and they take their portions out of it, you're seeing a fraction of what's up there. It's more to shake information out. They're going to put that money up there to hopefully get somebody who's greedy enough to tell on somebody so they can move forward. And it works. June Sagar is like, "I'm going to get that reward money. I have information that could possibly help the investigation. So I'm going to move forward and do that." She tells her little sister is friends with Maryanne's little sister. So Maryanne's little sister hears that June is about to come forward to the police with this information. And she's like, "How does she have this information?" Turns out June Sager leads police to their first tangible evidence around the disappearance of Maryanne. Oh, well, the subsequent murder of Maryanne. She leads them to a washer machine that's in the woods, like directly to this washing machine in the woods that holds the tarp and some of the chain that was used to bind Maryanne in that water, which subsequently leads to the arrest of 8 individuals involved in this murder, which were the names I read off earlier. While there's no actual motive that's actually stated, a lot of the interviews they have around why they did what they did comes down to Maryanne filing against Keith and Alan and them wanting to stop that. Again, Keith and Alan had girlfriends. The story around that is that the guys didn't want to get in trouble with the law for messing around with a 13-year-old, with messing around with a minor. That guy, Ronald, who picked her up from the grocery store, he also slept with Maryanne. And he was worried, allegedly, that she might be pregnant. So they wanted to scare her into not talking to police, allegedly. And this is the way that they went about that. Did you see it being a huge group that was doing this?
I thought it was at least 3 or 4 people.
Why did you think it was 3 or 4 people?
Because I figured they weren't the only dudes that probably slept with her. So I thought it was at least 3 dudes. I didn't think it was a bunch of females involved. I just thought it maybe 2 or 3 dudes.
Well, okay, so the arrest for the group happens in 2002. Per the police statement, Alan put a blue blanket and a thick toe chain. the same blanket and chain that was found around Maryanne's body inside the van they used to pick her up, the one that Ronald was driving, which turns out to be Maggie's van, Maggie May, who's the other person that's in this. He also said that Keith and this guy named Derek Dupas took turns raping her, as well as beating and threatening her. The three men, as well as the others in the group, including their girlfriends, continued to torture Maryanne and participated in abusing her. Dorothy, who's one of the girlfriends in that group, allegedly told Maryanne that she was a whore and that her days were numbered and she was going to get her day.
Not the dudes that are raping her, by the way. It's not like she's giving it up freely.
Apparently, like, all these people were involved because the guys were messing with Maryanne and the girlfriends were mad that they were messing with Maryanne, but they weren't mad at the guys. They were mad at Maryanne. They felt like Maryanne was seducing these guys, these grown-ass men.
You're mad at a bunch of dudes who are raping a girl.
A little girl. Literally.
You're mad at a girl who's being raped by a bunch of your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Instead of going to get help.
Yeah.
Your dumbass.
Instead of being like, why are you messing with a 13-year-old? You were like, nah, that 13-year-old is trying to steal my man. That's what's happening.
And that's why your asses ended up in jail.
Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, so yeah, they wanted to prevent her from testifying against Keith and Alan. The three women who participated had encouraged their boyfriends to participate in the plan to kidnap and murder Maryanne out of revenge for having sex with said boyfriends. Of the 8, Alan and Derek were the only 2 charged with capital murder. They both entered plea deals to avoid the death penalty. Alan pleaded guilty to felony murder, first-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit first-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit first-degree sexual assault, and tampering with physical evidence, and was sentenced to 60 years. Derek also pleaded guilty to felony murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit first-degree sexual assault, was sentenced to 47 years. Keith was sentenced the most out of the group with a sentence of 110 years for felony murder, first-degree sexual assault, 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit first-degree kidnapping. This is a lot. Tampering with a witness. What? And tampering with physical evidence. What witness?
She was a witness.
Crazy. Keith's girlfriend, which was Dorothy Hall, was charged with and pleaded guilty to felony murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree kidnapping, risk of injury to a minor. She was sentenced to 25 years and 5 years probation. Maggie May Bennett, who's the girlfriend of Alan, who owned that minivan, she and 2 others in the group used to circle and harass Maryanne, was charged with first-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit kidnapping, risk of injury to a minor, tampering with a witness, tampering with evidence. But due to her cooperation with prosecutors, Maggie May was only sentenced to 19 years in prison. She was released in 2019. Ronald was sentenced to 36 years in prison after pleading guilty to charges of felony murder, first-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit first-degree kidnapping, risk of injury to a minor, and tampering with a witness. As part of a plea bargain, June was found guilty of felony murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree kidnapping, and tampering with a witness. She received a sentence of 30 years in prison. Jeffrey Boyette pleaded no contest to felony murder, first-degree sexual assault, first-degree kidnapping, and risk to injury to a minor. And he got 50 years in prison, which was suspended after 25 years. So he really only has to serve 25 years. Maryanne's sister, Jennifer, who was 10 when Maryanne was murdered, she talks about how, like, the more time passes, the more memories you don't make together. Like, a lot of things you miss out on in their adult life, and how she misses her sister. For me, this was the craziest episode of A Killer Among Friends. This wasn't just a jealousy situation. This wasn't like I liked her and she didn't like me back, so I had to end it. It was literal adults messing with a kid, not wanting to get in trouble for messing with a kid. A group deciding that they needed to make this little girl learn a lesson in the most horrific way possible.
By raping her again.
And then eventually murdering her. is absolutely insane. The other thing that they didn't put in the show, but is in a lot of articles, is that Maryanne's mom was getting calls because she put her number out to get any kind of tips around her disappearance. And she would constantly get these ghost calls of somebody who wouldn't say anything but would be on the phone. And allegedly it was people from that group. It was guys and their girlfriends from that group who would call that line to torture this poor mom into believing that her daughter was just out there wandering somewhere. Absolutely insane.
Also on the show, a neighbor got arrested for kidnapping 2 minors and raping them. They thought it was him. They finally found the person who killed her or had her, I guess.
They thought it was him because they found pictures of her in his home.
And then they found pictures of all the kids in the neighborhood, some of the kids in the neighborhood in his home. Turns out he had nothing to do with her death or kidnapping. They just caught him doing some really
terrible
stuff with a creepy van.
Well, technically, he didn't kill anybody, but he was raping and holding people hostage. Also, what area is this? Why we got so many options of pedophiles? What's happening in 1997 in this area? Why are they so close together? There's too many people.
No,
there's too many people.
Pretty much standard.
No, I hope it's not standard. That's crazy.
Yeah, most of that stuff takes place in small towns.
Ugh.
It happened. Not saying these cities are
any better.
Vulnerable. I'm not. I mean,
immune to that.
Immune to that. But normally stuff like that happens in small little towns because the police don't do their jobs per usual, and people don't have to list as sex offenders.
It's a lot
until they get caught.
It's a
not
lot
registering.
Because like the core group of friends that Maryanne has that are her age, they talk about like some of their fondest memories is getting drunk together. That means they were like 12 and 13 throwing back these drinks. As somebody who also grew up in that mid to late 90s, I'm the same age as Maryanne. I could absolutely see her not questioning the morality or ethics of hanging out with people who are that much older than her. I could see her not even blinking an eye at it, being uncomfortable around certain situations about that, but being like, nah, this is normal. Yeah, I can hang out with these people who are 19, 21, 24. This is fine. It's crazy.
It's life.
It's insane. This poor girl. So rest in peace, Maryanne.
Especially if you're in a small town. Those people are always around.
Yes.
So it's...
Well, Scott said like that how he got to know them was like some of them lived on the land that was right behind his house. And like they would come and pick them up from school. Like they would pick them up from the bus stop and drop them off because they were all in like around the same neighborhood.
The problem is those people never left high school.
Mm-hmm. Well, allegedly, none of those people graduated. Allegedly.
Like I said, they never left high school. And they were stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck in a fantasy.
Apparently, this group had a difficulty holding down jobs and like staying out of trouble with the law. Allegedly.
They were seen as cool in high school.
Uh-huh.
They got stuck in a fantasy, couldn't leave it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they thought messing with a 12-year-old was okay. Because in their minds, we're still in high school.
But high school doesn't even have 12-year-olds. You know, like she was in middle school. They were messing with a middle schooler. That's not even high school.
I get that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You said yep. For me, this was the wildest Killer Amongst Friends episode of what we've watched so far. This was the craziest.
For me, I wasn't ready for the big circle of people who all were involved with killing this girl.
I definitely thought Alan and Keith for sure because they mentioned that she was going to file those statutory rape charges. So I was like, oh yeah, those guys, sure.
Yeah, I put it on them two and maybe another guy who probably was with them and helped rape her too.
Well, there was another guy though. There were several other guys.
I thought it was
and their girlfriends.
Maybe 3 tops. I wasn't ready for 8.
Yeah, 8 is crazy. 8 is crazy.
So
But yeah, so rest in peace, Maryanne. That was insane. That was a lot. All right, but moving on to something a little less heavy. Love during lockup.
Love during lockup.
Do you know what episode this is?
Oh, this has to be the 5th episode. Fourth episode.
What?
4th episode.
Okay, yep. Season 4, episode 4. So, which couple do you want to talk about first?
Just start talking.
All right, so Emily, our legal courtesan, and Justin.
The hoe.
Emily's going through it. Justin is still struggling to deal with what she does for work. He's really struggling with it. He's really upset that she wants to also do work outside of the bunny house or the bunny ranch or the cat house, whatever she's in, the brothel.
So she made about 5 G's
Total.
And that's not enough.
In a week.
So she's going to Vegas to meet with some content creators to probably make some porn.
It's OnlyFans. So when she says content creators, that's what it is. These are OnlyFans performers.
She's going to make a porn. That's all that matters.
Why does that matter?
That's the whole point.
That's
why he's upset.
I got more questions though about her logic around that, but I'll get back to that. So that's what's happening. They're kind of fighting because he doesn't want her to keep doing what she's doing.
Bang, bang, bang.
Even though he knew going into this relationship that that's what she's doing. He's also talking to his exes. Apparently they're laying it out that he doesn't let go easily, whatever that means. He's still friendly with Brittany, and he's still friendly with Liz. Brittany and Emily get along. They're okay. Brittany actually helped Emily to start dating Justin. But Emily and Liz do not get along. According to Liz, they started out as friends. I don't know how that happened. But Liz is sending Emily all kinds of long texts about how Justin is using her, and he's using her to stay with Liz, that she's the extra person, essentially, and she's playing herself.
And she's getting the money that she's sending to Justin.
Allegedly. I'm going to keep saying allegedly because I don't know how sure this is. But Emily's in tears about it. Later, we see Brittany talking to Liz. And they're both talking shit about Emily, though. They're both talking about how Emily's not a good match for Justin, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly.
And also, if Emily is giving you your money, Liz, why would you want to screw yourself out your money? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Liz gets a call from Justin, who's like, because she's upset because Justin has blocked her on all his socials.
He calls Brittany, and Liz takes the phone.
Oh. She's like, we got to talk because you blocked me on all the socials.
He's like, because you're getting involved in my situation. You're messing up my situation. That's why.
Which is further confusing because if they're together to use Emily, why would he do that?
I don't know.
Someone's lying. So anyway.
Oh, Justin's lying.
Is Justin lying or is Liz lying?
Justin's lying.
So you think he is with Liz?
I don't think he's with Liz, but he's still messing with Liz. He's still calling her. He's still telling her things.
But Liz is saying that they're sharing Emily's money. Like every time she gives money to Justin.
I don't know how true that is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so what part is true?
The part that he's still talking to her, messing with her, probably yes.
Uh-huh.
The money part, I don't know how true that is.
Interesting.
But he's still talking to Liz because in his little confessional, he's kind of like, yeah, I still kind of.
They were engaged. He's still with her family. Like there's a long relationship there.
Yes. And she was the last person he was with before he went to jail.
Right.
So, yeah.
So Emily's now worried that Justin is just using her for money.
And what she can just, first, the episode starts off with her calling her mom and talking to her son. FaceTiming her son.
Oh, Emily.
Yes. And then we go into her calling Justin and confronting Justin about this Liz thing. And Justin telling her whatever, it's not a thing, which it kind of is.
But she shared with us what Liz is sending her.
Yes. So I think Liz is still talking to Justin.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about the money situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think she threw the money situation in there to try to break them up.
Okay.
And try to get Emily to leave.
After watching these Love After Lockups, I know a lot of people work with partial truths. So I do wonder if Emily gave Justin some money. Liz hits up Justin and is like, hey, I need help paying that bill or whatever. And he breaks her off a little bit of the money that Emily gave her. And therefore, she's like, yeah, we're sharing the money you given him. That's what I'm wondering.
Could be. I don't know. I know I'd be mad too if you messing up my hustle. I'd block you too.
But my question is, if Emily, let's say what you're saying is true, Liz, why would you mess your own money up? Why would you want her to stop paying? Why wouldn't you just stay quiet and let her keep doing what she's doing so you can keep the money? I get confused.
Exactly. Also, if you're hanging with Brittany, you can always contact him because apparently he still contacted Brittany regularly. Seems like, so you still have access to him. I don't get it.
Confusion.
Yeah.
But that's where we kind of leave them. Justin's upset with Emily's job still. Emily's like, I need to make more money. I need to make more money. And that's been her constant. It's like financial security. I think she's in awe of what she could make. But her trying to go about it as safe as possible, she's run into roadblocks of how much that actually can be. Because working out of that house, more than half of that money goes back to the house, which is why she only ended up with $5,000 at the end of the week, which is technically kind of low for what she's doing, which is why she's also going to do the other stuff.
It's more money than a lot of people make though in a week.
That's very true. If you go to that website, the courtesans that are on that website, they all have side hustles. They all do stuff outside of that brothel to make ends meet or to make whatever money they want to make. So it's not uncommon for her to do what she does. OnlyFans, when did she film this? 2024 maybe? OnlyFans can really help with that situation, but it comes with a lot of contingencies. Like whatever content creator she's working with, they have to have a decent following for her to make money. And she wants a constant stream of money. And it's pretty rare on a streaming video that you can continue to get paid in a high amount.
Put on a good show.
You honestly, you don't have to put on a good show for OnlyFans. You really don't.
If you want to make the money she wants to make, you better put on a good show.
I don't know. Okay, so this is TMI, but get ready. There's a girl on OnlyFans where all she does is sit on food. She wears a bikini and she sits on food. She sits on cakes and pies, spaghetti, like just sits on food. She makes a decent living doing that.
Okay.
It's not even sexual. There's not even a partner. It's her sitting in food. So I don't think you have to put on like a cinematic style video. You just gotta put something out there.
To make the money that she seems like she's talking about she needs or wants, you have to put on a decent show.
It does make me wonder, what does she mean by good money? What is that to her?
That's the question. And that's why I say that. I don't know the lifestyle she's trying to live.
Right.
So I don't know. So I'm just going off what she's saying. If she that's what she wants, she has to put on a good show. To keep them coming back and rewatching that video while you get ready to make other content to hold you through a certain amount of time. If you make good content.
The thing about OnlyFans is it kind of works like YouTube. Yes, you can make residuals off of what you put up there, but the way to make money is constant content. Putting out a new video weekly, daily, like whatever. That's how you would make the money she's talking about. You have to keep putting out content.
Oh, she better get them legs to opening or whatever.
So,
or spreading.
I feel like there's a lot of avenues she could go about trying to do this. If she really is trying to make whatever money, because she just says money. She doesn't say like enough to buy a home, enough to get out of the life, enough to whatever.
Sounds like she likes sex. So,
which is fine.
It is what it is.
Which is fine. And clearly she's making enough to take care of her son, her mom, and Justin, who's in jail. She's making enough for all of that to go around. But it does make me wonder, like, what is her goal? Like, how much money is she trying to hit to be that she considers successful?
She has a goal. I think she's just trying to make money.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's confusing. Of his exes, Emily's the one that's consistent with the money. So I can see why he's keeping her in his little loop. I could see that.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. And again, confusing. Goddess and Damon make a show. Or, well, not make a show. They make a showing. They show up. Goddess is talking to Damon about trying to get his stuff from his ex. But unbeknownst to her, that's not his ex. So
it's his possible fiance.
The fiance thing is crazy.
Possible.
He proposed to her in 2020. He's like, she's not aware that we're no longer engaged. Sir, what do you mean? What do you mean she's not aware?
So, Goddess calls him and lets him know she had a good time with his mom, and that
she had a good time, right?
She had a good time with his mom, and that his mom talked about her going over there and getting stuff from his baby mama or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, she asks the question about, I guess, the baby mama's knowing about her, and he says no. She says, then you lie. You said they knew about me. Now you're saying they don't.
Mm-hmm.
So you lie. So now she's upset because he didn't tell none of the baby mamas about her. And now she's like, that could be a problem.
Right.
And I'm like, it doesn't matter if he tells or if he doesn't tell them. He has a bunch of baby mamas, just like you got a bunch of baby daddies. If your baby daddies cared about you, it doesn't matter if you tell them that you with somebody else. If they really wanted you, they're going to make your life miserable. So
the way I took that was that she wanted them to be aware because of the kid situations, so that they were all on the same page in regards to who was going to be in their kids' lives.
Nothing to do with the kid situation.
I don't know, because she wants them all to live with her.
She wants them to know that she's the main woman in his life.
Okay.
And he didn't say that. So now she's upset because any of them females can think they're the main ones and be right.
Mm-hmm.
So Javon didn't realize this or didn't know. She has about 2 or 3 baby daddies herself. She had like 4 kids, right?
I have no idea. I thought she had the one.
No, I think she has at least 3 to 4 kids. So she has at least 3 baby daddies. We met one of the baby daddies and his father because they're still in their child's life. Well, I'm not going to say those other guys aren't in their child's life.
They signed the waiver to be on the show.
They signed the waiver to be on the show. I put it like that. So, and then, so that's Goddess. We go to Bonita. Bonita is in the pawn shop trying to get back one of the rings or one of the stuff she pawned of.
Which again, this side of the story didn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense. So he gave her an engagement ring. She pawned it. She wanted to know how much the engagement ring was. The dude said it was like $4,000 to get it back.
$5,000. He said it was $4,900.
5, round up. And she was like, oh, I didn't know there was that much money to begin with. I didn't know he's paying that much money. I'm like,
pause. If you pawned all his stuff, including your engagement ring, how did you not know it wasn't worth that? How much did you get for it? $5?
Because they probably gave her dumb behind just wanted the money, the cash. So they looked at the ring, probably gave her $1,000 for it, or probably less, and she took it and like, okay.
I don't think any of this happened. My running theory is none of this is true. This is all so that they could be on the show to push their businesses, because a lot of it was not making sense to me. A lot of it was not making sense.
Anyway, look at it. She's like, can you have anything cheaper? He went and got her a $69 ring.
64.
She's like, cool, that's good. I'll take that. She's like, I'll worry about trying to get whatever later.
But the way that this ties in is that Goddess and Damon's mom are supposed to be going to Bonita to get his stuff. Bonita is saying she sold all his stuff to include her engagement ring.
Honest with you?
So that she could pay bills.
I wouldn't put that past her.
I don't think any of this is real.
I wouldn't put that past her.
Again, because if that was true, she should know how much that ring was.
She looks petty.
Okay, but she should know how much that ring was. Especially if you're petty. If you're petty, you're looking up what the value of that is.
I don't think she. Sure, I don't. Sure, I don't know. Sure, and that's
Damon and Goddess.
Damon and Goddess.
I'm gonna save my favorite couple for last. There's no Monique and Titus information. Even though they hint at somebody knocking on Monique's door in the middle of her doing a confessional for the show, and Calvin thinks it might be Titus ready to throat slam her against the wall, but we don't see anything.
That'd be the ultimate for me.
That'd be insane. Let's talk about crying Rich and his girl. His girl Felicia. This is a relatively new couple for the show. We only got introduced to them last week. Rich is 34. Felicia is 26. She's been in jail for basically 10 years. She's about to get out.
All of her teenage years.
All of her young adult years. Like, so much of it. Rich is the self-confessed playboy who feels like he's getting an untainted girl in Felicia. He goes to see a spiritual advisor.
Hilarious.
When he goes into this lady's shop, she got like if you were like, ooh, what's a woo-woo aesthetic? She got everything in there. Just thrown up and ready. The conversation she has with Rich makes him cry. He cries throughout their entire meeting. In my opinion, she's saying a lot of common sense things. She's not really, in my opinion, she's not really saying anything too deep. She's really just saying common sense things and waiting to see what his reaction is.
At all.
In my opinion. I don't know if that's what's happening.
At all. She's just going off racial tropes. Literally to me.
But also, it feels like she's also like weighing it with what his reaction is. Like, is he resonating with this? Okay, well then I'm going to keep going in that direction with our conversation.
Do you know anything about her? No. Of course you wouldn't know anything about her. She's still in jail. You should ask more questions about her past.
She's like, I see a breakup in your future and an opportunity to get back together again, but I would advise that you don't trust your soft heart. And he's just crying the entire time.
So we get Felicia, and pretty much Felicia's saying she wants to be a Rich, but she has an ex who is in jail for murder or attempted murder.
She says he got a murder charge. If you know anything about prison, you can be charged with a lot of stuff, but that's necessarily not what you're convicted for, because he's getting out 2 months after her. And so if he was convicted for murder, I find it very hard to believe that he's also about to get out. Charged with it, sure, because charges can get dismissed, but convicted, it does imply that that's what he's serving time for, but I don't know how true that is.
He could have get a lesser sentence for a lesser crime.
Lesser crime. Yeah. Maybe he did a plea deal or something.
So it could be a lot of things why.
But it is hinted at that
we don't even know how long he's been in there, so
we don't know if he's real. It is hinted at that there's another person in there who is also very much into Felicia. I guess for me, the believability of this doesn't make sense to me because, one, they've been in prison for about 10 years. I'm supposed to believe that even after 10 years, this man is that invested? Okay.
Just the way she makes it sound, he'll kill for her. That's what she's making it sound like. And that when she gets out and he gets out, he's going to come try to claim his woman back. And she's going to make problems for her and Rich. That's what I got from the whole situation.
I'm very confused because nobody can blow up your relationship unless you want them to. So I am lost and confused.
I don't know why you're lost and confused. She
did openly say she don't know how to be in a relationship.
Exactly. So she loves to play games.
But I also think Rich likes that. I think he likes...
Yes. I said that too. Yes.
He likes the messiness.
Yes. And that's why he's going to be in another spiritual counselor's session crying.
Over something that's not working.
Exactly.
He needs to talk to a professional lady. How about that? Let's talk to a therapist. Anyway. So that's what's good. But Felicia's like, yeah, I'm going to try to make it work with Rich. I kind of
The whole time she's laughing.
I like Felicia. I like her. She's crazy. And she wears it on her sleeve. She's like, yeah, no, I'm not well.
Yes.
So it's going to be crazy. Like she wears that on her sleeve.
But all short people have mental and emotional issues.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So
it's like a Napoleon, just like they said, a Napoleon complex.
That's not what do you think a Napoleon complex? What do you think a Napoleon complex is, Calvin?
Short people got to do the most because they're short, so they think they got to be heard and seen.
You know what? Kind of. Yeah, kind of. That's true.
So she's what, 4'1"?
She's 4'9".
So yeah, that's why.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little different for girls who are short than men who are short.
No, to me, it's the same thing.
To you, because you're 6 foot, but I do think socially, men who are short deal with different criticisms than women who are short.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little different.
Yeah.
But anywho, because Felicia being short ain't stopping nothing for her. So anyway, so Rich is at a precipice of like, oh, okay, do I take this advice I got from this guidance person, or ignore it entirely and keep doing what I want to do? And he's gonna ignore it entirely and do what he wants to do. We see a clip of him meeting her family and then getting mad. She told him they were racist. Anyway, Aisha.
I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna laugh.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be crazy. We got Aisha and Mikhail, who I'm calling Michael from now on. Your auntie call you Michael, your name Michael. Anyway.
So Aisha goes to Michael's aunt's house and kidnaps his aunt for a couple of hours while she trollops through the woods with her friend.
It is the most unhinged country areas. She's still on this trip to learn more about Michael. She couldn't visit him in the prison. She goes to meet his aunt. She says to learn more about him, but she barely talks to that aunt. She goes to Michael's old home, allegedly, which is in the thick. She has to get off the main road and walk into the woods to get to his property. She's like, this is not what he's described to me at all. He said that he had farmland.
Honestly, she could have drove.
I don't think she wanted to risk it in that Audi. I think that Audi's a rental. Anyway.
Yeah. So.
But she's like, he described this farmland, like how he raised livestock and da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
And that's not what I'm seeing.
Okay, public service announcement. When black people talk farmland. Technically, it doesn't really mean a farm.
Listen.
That could mean a lot of things. That could mean I got one pig, one cow.
He said I raised pigs and cows.
In the backyard.
Every picture we saw, none of those animals were in those pictures. We saw a donkey. We saw a horse. A singular horse on somebody's porch. She's like, this is not the farmland that he was talking about.
Once again. I'm going to need you to take the tone of disrespect out of your voice when you say these things.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I feel like he didn't lie. Technically, this is what his version of farmland is.
He didn't lie. It's farmland.
But I also feel like she was misguided because she's thinking like what she sees in the movies for farmland to be. And that's not what he has.
This is how I know she's not well.
She's from the city. She don't know.
She's from Chicago.
Yes.
My bad. I take it back.
She don't know.
Apologies to me.
She don't know that there's black people who just have a horse tied to the side of the house. She doesn't know that.
Once again, I'm going to need you to take the disrespect out of your voice when you say these things, okay? Okay? I'm going to need you to, okay?
Hitting too close to home.
Yes. I'm going to need you to take some of the disrespect out of your voice, okay?
Those horses are loved, okay? First of all. Secondly,
I need you to stop acting like this is unimaginable. Like, this is only, not even movies can come up with stuff like, with things like this, scenarios like this, okay? So, okay, ease up a little bit. Thank you.
I'm just saying, she's like, I feel bamboozled. He said he had all this farmland. Okay. I'm like, I think he showed you exactly what he had.
So a farmland can mean just my front and backyard.
Yeah, I have a lot of acreage, and I have a couple of animals that live on it.
And there's animals just wandering.
Literal wandering. Maybe tied to the house. That's
go wherever they want to go. I might have to go in the woods and grab them back and bring them back to the house.
That's it.
But when they say free livestock to free range, it's free range.
Literally.
So.
Literally.
Yeah.
There's no fences. There's no there's no barn.
I can't afford fences. I can't afford barns. I can't afford a shed.
Okay.
They eat what I eat. I might get some feed from time to time. And we keep it moving from there. But they are loved. They're loved.
That's true.
Just remember that. They're loved.
It was just cracking me up.
You can't continue.
Because she felt so bamboozled. She's like, he is a liar. Did you also ask the aunt about how long he's in prison? Because she is getting discrepant information.
Let's go back before that.
Oh, okay.
She then goes into the house. Why was you going to this rundown trailer?
First of all,
that looks like a haunted house?
She's like, it smells and it looks like it was raided. The aunt tells her, nobody been back there for like 10 years. But you don't think somebody was squatting in his house?
Her and her crazy...
The door was unlocked. You just walked in.
Asian friend go in the house.
That lady's white. I don't know why you keep calling her Asian. That lady is white. She has said it more than once.
Now you know the disrespect feels. Now you know how the
Because I said
disrespect
a horse
feels.
was tied to the side of the house.
Now you know how the disrespect feels. Okay.
I agreed with you that there's a different version of black farmland. Okay, I agreed with you.
So moving on. They go in the house and they just
They find mail and they start piling that mail together.
Take the man's mail and whatever.
They also take a sealed document that they think might be his charges. I don't know why they think his charges are in this document.
They just take
they take a lot of his mail
out of this man's house. Who's to say it's even his? Like you said, it could be a squatter there just leaving stuff there.
Right.
They could come back. Where's my shit?
Right.
So they finally take the kidnapped auntie back to her house. Yeah. And that's where she pretty much asks her how much time does he have. And the auntie's like, he got hit with the 3-strike rule.
Right.
And he didn't do nothing crazy or bad. He just got hit with the 3-strike rule and he has
life in prison.
She be like, well, I saw something. He has 999 years. She's like, that's not true, is it? She's like, yeah.
She said yes without hesitation.
She's like, yeah.
Yep.
He has life.
But she was adamant that he is not a hardened criminal and that he did not deserve to be in the federal penitentiary
for what he did, and that he should be able to come home because what he did, he didn't do anything
like hard and serious. According to Aunt. I also loved that Miss Aisha goes up there to say Mikhail, and the aunt goes, "You mean Michael?"
Michael?
And Aisha goes, "There's a K in his name."
No,
she goes, "Yeah." She goes,
"Yeah." She like my sister. Yep. My sister was drinking when she named him,
and his name is still Michael. Girl, I'm gonna tell you,
his name is Michael.
It was hilarious.
My sister was trying to be French or funny. She was high, drunk, and put the K. We all looked at her like, whatever, Michael.
I will say this. I feel like that's family land. I feel like that family has that acreage, and I think those other trailers we saw on it, I think those are also family.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that with you. If you thought I was, I wasn't. All of that probably is family land.
Yeah.
But there were trailers. That's all I was saying.
You said there's only one house.
You keep fighting me. Yeah, the grandma. That's the only house. I don't why you keep fighting me on trailers and houses. Like you're an expert on trailers and houses.
When they were driving in, I saw what looked to be houses, and
those were trailers.
Okay. But then the aunt has a house. That's why I was confused.
Notice it was brick.
Yeah, it was brick.
So it was made a long time ago.
Or did they just build it around the trailers?
Could have, but I know they built her a house. She had a house built.
Okay.
That's a brick house that got built.
But
when you see a lot of aluminum,
you start seeing shiny stuff.
It's a trailer. If you see something that looks like it could be hauled off on the side, it's a trailer.
Wait, what is this? What could be hauled off? A handle? There's like a big handle?
Well, did mine have it?
Does Kathy's have it? I didn't see it if it does.
They probably removed it when they hauled it in. Okay, so
it's like
it could be different. Yeah, it could be different how they brought hers in. It could have brought it on the back of a truck.
Okay.
And then put it together. Or whatever, however they did it.
Because Kathy's in a double
or triple, I don't know.
And then your Aunt Pamela's, that's a house?
That's a double wide.
That's a double.
Yeah.
But Julie's is a house.
That's a house.
Okay.
You can't see it's all brick.
I'm just saying they're all about the same level. Like to me, it just feels like they had different aesthetics on the outside.
No, it's just all one level. That's all it is.
Very interesting.
She just wanted a house. She got a house. The whole story behind that is crazy, but anywho. No, it's a crazy story behind that.
Oh.
I'll tell you off. If you remind me, I'll tell you.
I'm just saying, Calvin got very touchy when I talked about this horse being tied to the house.
Let's just leave that out of the whole thing. Okay. Because I think you're really disrespecting my heritage and how I grew up. That's why the level of disrespect.
You didn't see that picture of that horse on the porch? You didn't see that picture?
Yeah, it didn't faze me. That's normal. Some people have dogs. Some people have horses. I don't understand the problem. What's the problem?
My whole point was I didn't think Aisha was because we were talking about whether or not he had farmland. Because at first you were like, maybe he has farmland, it's just not right there. Maybe he was like traveling back and forth, and I was like, no, that is his farmland. That's gotta be. And that's how we got into this good conversation about the horse being tied to the house. And I still maintain that that's exactly what happened. So,
Yeah,
but I feel like for
pretty
Aisha,
sure
she was
his
like,
farmland was around that trailer he had.
but I feel like for Aisha, she was just like, I don't think she's ever seen a black guy on a horse just chilling regularly on the street. I don't think she's seen that.
But from Alabama, that's normal.
I agree. I think that's mad normal. But again, her being from big cities, she's like, I've never seen that.
But she's living in Atlanta, I don't know how long.
But she's living in the heart of Atlanta. She's not in the outskirts at all.
Sure, I guess. She's been in the hood. She's seen something.
I don't think she's seen a horse randomly.
But anywho, that's Alicia and
Michael.
Michael.
His name is Michael. He wants to go by Mikhail, but his name is Michael.
That's Alicia and Michael.
Absolutely. All right, on to my favorite couple, which is Kaylee and another Michael. Kaylee is dealing with the moms for whatever strange reason. She has taken it upon herself to buy a ridiculously expensive outfit for Michael, but she couldn't pay for it. So her mom, Lori, had to pay for it.
Which that was still stupid in itself, too.
Right after they visit that store, Kaylee got hit up by Angel, which is Michael's mom, to like meet up for lunch. And Lori was like, yeah, let's meet Angel for lunch. So we can talk about the fact that we just dropped almost $800 on her son. Like, why isn't she here to spend this money? And we find out that they've got a history of confrontation between the two. Angel's point of view on this is that Lori is a terrible mother, and she doesn't understand why Lori even wants to involve herself in her daughter's life. And Lori feels that Angel is doing the most when it comes to her daughter. Like, she's really trying to take over Lori's role of being a mother to Kaylee. And I don't think she's wrong. But that's where we're going to agree to disagree with me and Calvin. So
I'm not saying that's not the case. My problem is with Kaylee. The mother.
Kaylee's a lost cause. I don't know why you are holding
man
out
that
hope.
you're with keep telling you you're stupid for doing stuff for him.
I don't know why you're holding out hope for Kaylee.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't know why you're holding out hope for Kaylee. She a lost cause.
That's all I'm saying.
Everybody has said she a lost cause. I don't know why you holding out hope for her. My issue is the hypocritical nature in Angel and how she lauds it over Lori as her being the better parent for whatever reason. Like, it wasn't even a competition until Angel made it a competition, and I'm not sure why. I don't know why Angel is so gung-ho about being seen as the better parent to Kaylee.
I know why.
Who she also says is dumb for dating her son. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I know why. It makes her feel better about herself because she thinks she's better than somebody.
It doesn't make any sense. Plus, she's like, you shouldn't be spending all this money. He's a grown adult. He can pay his own bills. But my thing is, some of this money that Kaylee is spending for Michael, Angel is getting some of it to pay her stuff. So even though she's saying Kaylee is dumb for spending all this money, she's also benefiting from Kaylee spending all this money. And when Lori points that out, it's a whole fight. It's a whole fight when Lori points it out. Because Angel feels that Lori doesn't have a leg to stand on because of the stories she's heard about Kaylee. Meaning, like, back when Lori was in her substance abuse, she was taking advantage of Lori. Oh, no. That when she's taking advantage of Kaylee. Allegedly ruining Kaylee's, like, credit and ruining her history. What do you want?
Open it up.
Why?
Because I want to use it.
For what?
To search something.
Calvin, you have a phone.
I don't have my phone on me. We should be having this discussion out loud.
No.
Please.
No.
Just open it.
Anywho, you can search for something. But yeah, so it ends up being a fight between Lori and Angel going back and forth over who's the better parent. And it's Angel saying that she is because she's never had to suffer from addiction. She never went to prison and she's never put her kid in harm's way. Lori rightfully points out that of the two of them, her kid is in jail. None of Lori's kids are in jail. So she's like, what exactly are you even talking about right now? And it leads to Lori throwing a drink in Angel's face.
Lori gets upset and decides to try to drown her.
As she should. As she should. I'm not saying Lori's any better, because Kaylee throws out there that part of the reason why she's so bad at managing for herself is because of her mother, which was wild to me. Which was wild.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That whole conversation made no sense to me at all. It was just two moms trying to say who's the better mom.
I'm just saying.
And both of them are messed up.
They don't have seller records, either one. But at the end, it's Angel being like, as soon as Lori leaves after throwing the drink in her face, she's like, "What do you think Mickey's gonna do once I tell him what happened?" And it's like, you just said that you've been talking shit about your son this entire time. Why are you now gonna weaponize him against me? For what?
And Kaylee's response should have been, "Why does it matter? You don't like your son anyway.
Why does it matter? You told me not to be with him anyway."
Exactly.
But that's not what it said. So that's where we end it. She's like, "Never let your mom be in my presence again." Which, if they're gonna get married, how's that gonna work? Anyway. Anywho, it's clearly going to go down in flames. That's clearly what's gonna happen. It's gonna go down in flames.
And that's pretty much life during lockup.
Love during lockup.
Love during lockup.
What other shows are you watching?
Still watching 90 Day before 90 days. What happened?
It doesn't matter because it wasn't good.
What's his name? The old ex who we found as an ex wrestler now.
Rick
pretty much tells, what's her name?
Huh?
Rick tells is it Erica?
No, her name is not Erica.
Rick tells her pretty much that he cheated on her in Colombia with his ex. And she's pretty much said, "It's over. Get out of my face. We're done." I guess that's the end of Rick. And I can't remember her name.
Just a lot of dead air.
Yeah, Rick and Trish. I guess that's the end of Rick and Trish. Emma and Zaid, I guess they finally come to an agreement of what they're doing in a relationship.
Kind of.
She finally got the validation she wanted, and she got to get some.
But then it was not great because she wants him to propose. She's like, "Why am I even here if we're not going to be in a relationship and be proposed to?" She knows this man is very serious about his religion, and having sex before marriage is not a part of the belief system. But she pushes for it anyway. And then she complains that it wasn't as good as it could be. And then she talks about his size and how it was small enough to fit in the palm of her hand. And I'm like, we don't need these details. This is crazy. This is insane. He should not be with her. She should not be with him. They need to stop.
That's pretty much Emma and Zaid. Laura and Burkhan. Pretty much Burkhan finally told her how he got all his debt. And he told you, "You'll like it and love it, and I will leave it." And that's that.
Burkhan opened a gazillion businesses at one time. And then COVID hit. And he could not afford all those businesses at the same time. So he had to sell those businesses. But apparently what he recouped was not enough to settle a lot of his debt. So to settle his debt, he started gambling.
Makes sense.
But he doesn't say that his debt increased with gambling at all. He says, "This is how I pay it off.
I win.
I gamble.
Sometimes I win."
And it's like, okay.
So you don't need to worry about that.
And she's just like, huh.
But I need you to leave your friend, or we can no longer be together.
Clearly they're not going to stay together. But anyway.
Think about it. At some point, I think her friend is supposed to come there.
Yeah, there were previews of him actually being in Turkey. So that happens at some point.
Oh, I want to see what Burkhan does that. Burkhan, whatever name.
Honestly, I'm on Burkhan's corner because what does she expect of him? He's 26. She's in her 40s, if not early 50s. He's 26. She's like, well, he's not keeping his word of being a provider. What kind of provider do you think he's going to be? He's also in Turkey. Whatever money he's making is not the same amount as it would be in U.S. currency. So what are you talking about?
His body makeup is just funny looking. his body composition is just funny. It's like he has short shoulders and like a long neck and like a short.
No, he's long everywhere. He got long limbs. He got a long torso. He got long legs. He's very thin. He's very lean. He's very skinny.
He looks like a skeleton that just put on skin.
Basically, and some hair. Like, that's it. And they call it a day.
That's pretty much it.
But he's lanky is the whole thing. It's like he's very tall.
Laura and Perkins. We didn't get any of your favorite couple, Forrest and Sheena.
Thank God. Let's take the break. Molly is too much.
Lisa and Daniel. So Lisa takes off her wig finally, and I can smell it through the TV. I see why she wears a wig. Her real hair is trash.
Well, no, she wears the wig because he told her to. Daniel told her to because he didn't like her short hair. And in his confessionals, he says that her without a wig makes her look so old to him. To him, she looks so old with short hair. Old. She's not young.
She's old. No matter, it doesn't matter what type of hair she puts on, she's still old.
She tests it. She's hoping that when she takes off her wig and then walks around, that he's going to be like, I love you and you're still beautiful even without the wig. But that is not what happens.
The fear.
Instead, he's like, why would you embarrass me?
In his eyes when he sees her without her wig.
He's like, it is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
You put on your wig. When you meet my friends, you put on your wig.
And then she's like, so what are you saying? I can only wear my wigs around you, otherwise you won't find me attractive? And he's like, that's not what I'm saying, but I am saying that, you have to have a certain look when we're around people in public. So I need you to wear that wig. And that's what they agree on. That's what they end up agreeing on.
That triggers her again. So now she goes and meet his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much she's trying to get his friends to...
It felt like she finally had an audience to bully Daniel. So she was like, okay, so who else is he talking to? And yada, 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 blah, blah,
she
blah.
didn't realize Nigerians stick together. These are true friends. These are true friends to the end.
They were like, she was like, is he popular with the girls? And they're like, yeah, he's popular with the girls. And she was like, are they, like, how popular is he? And they're like, he's not that popular with the girls.
You are his savior. You are his savior. He was nothing without you. Nothing. Look at him.
But the best part of that whole conversation is everybody around them clearly listening to this conversation without any hesitancy. They're literally sitting at tables around them, just looking straight at the camera, being like, you hear this? Are you seeing this as well? Because we're listening.
So now she's feeling like he just wants her for her money or a green card to America.
Clearly.
Because the way she's now, because the friends are saying she's a servant, he will have nothing without her. I don't know what she expected. The ancestors told him to marry a white woman because they saved his mom. Of course, this is what he sees you as.
So, spoilers. Allegedly, they break up. And allegedly, she's dating some young Nigerian now.
If at first you don't succeed, try a Nigerian again, I guess.
But he's like much younger than Daniel. Like, he's in his early 20s.
So, but that's... And then they leave there, and now she's in another conundrum. She don't know what to do. And that's Lisa and Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Javon and Anna is pretty much... Annalise, I think it is. Annalyn. It's pretty much he trying to figure out if Annalyn regrets marrying him.
It's him gaslighting the shit out this lady. That's what it is. Him being like, I don't know why you aren't happy and at my feet because I paid for some stuff. Why?
I don't know why he thinks just because you provide a roof over somebody's head or you're paying the rent for your wife.
He's like, I need her to show gratitude. It's like, nigga, please, no.
She will show gratitude if you show interest in anything she does.
if you show
If
her
you show some
a
romance,
modicum of gratitude,
if you show her some romance, she'll show you gratitude.
like, and it doesn't take much. It really don't.
He
It
think
really don't.
he think that's all he has to do.
He thinks her wanting this extra romance is extra. He's like, it's
Him
too much.
thinking that she wants him to say hi to her and listen to her and compliment her every once in a while is too much.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what she wants. Are you kidding me right now?
That's all. She wants below the bare minimum.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's too much for him. But he doesn't know why he was single all this time.
He's the worst. He's the worst.
And that's 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 days.
Are you ready for Single Life?
Yes.
These previews for Single Life look insane. They look insane.
Pretty much got Gino.
He's single and on the prowl. It's post his separation from Jasmine. He's dating somebody who looks exactly like Jasmine.
The girl that was with Bonnie Rebel, or No Neck as they call him. Liz.
Who is dealing with cancer and also getting back into dating. We've got what's the white?
Not Anna. She was with the dude from the Middle East who was a basketball player.
What?
She was dating the dude that was the white dude, a basketball player.
What?
And he had the friends, and the friends were telling him
You're talking about the Ukrainian girl, right?
Yeah.
He was a basketball player? Yes, but that's not who she ended up with. She ended up with that other guy, the single dad.
Yeah, but he used to be a ball player.
No, like the guy she went to visit was the ball player, but she
Yeah.
doesn't end up with him. She ended up with the single dad.
Yeah, she ended up with another guy. Yeah. She ended up meeting another guy later on and then hitting off with him. She's on it.
She's major to the Lulu. We get Pedro. Pedro's making a comeback.
Pedro's on, and isn't he on there with Sophie?
Rob's ex. Yes.
Rob's ex. So yeah.
People hate it. I'm reading the comments and they are like, why is he even back on our screens? And I'm like, did we watch the same show? Because I don't think we watched the same show.
He had something to do with that. It wasn't all her.
I agree. It was not all her. But this, in that same vein, it wasn't all him. They make it sound like he sought her out, used her, and he's the reason for their entire downfall. And I'm like, that's not
the best.
Did we watch the first show?
The best fight ever on TV. When he spin kicked that turkey for no reason off the table, and that's when the dad got upset.
Did you see his sister?
What?
What's her name? Nicole?
Yeah, Nicole. Yeah.
Unrecognizable. I didn't even know that was Nicole.
Oh, I didn't see her.
Oh, she's in the trailer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice.
Her and Sophie get at it. They start fighting, and I was like, "Who's she fighting with?" And then he goes, "Nicole," and I said, "Wait, who's that?" Okay. Nicole does not look the same. Brace is gone.
Yeah. Eventually.
But a lot of other stuff changed too. It's like,
so she had her face done and all that stuff. Boobs done, probably.
I don't know. I don't know. But she looks completely different. So they got a storyline as well.
Okay.
Colt is there.
Colt, yeah, with the girl from
Hunt for Love.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it work. I don't know why she likes Colt. Girl, why? Get up. Stand up for yourself. I think that's it, right? That's it.
Maybe she's going through her sex phase.
But he's not having sex with her. Like, that's the crust of their storyline, is that they aren't having sex.
Oh. Anywho, but yeah, when Pedro spin kicked that turkey off the table during Thanksgiving, and the dad's like, okay, now that's uncalled for.
The turkey.
not the fight with his son and him knocking everybody down and doing all that stuff. When he spin kicked the turkey, that's when the dad got upset.
Do you think River's hip hop career has taken off?
Of course not, Javon.
Oh my goodness. Anywho, yep, that's where we are with that. So we'll see. We'll see.
All I'm looking at. What about you?
I'm going to try and get into Fallout. I've heard mixed things about it, but the consensus is like the lore is good, like the backstory is pretty good. Mm-hmm. So and the first 2 seasons are out now on Prime. So I'm gonna try to get into that, see where that goes. That is my plan. While I wait for Bridgerton to come back.
Okay. I thought it was gonna lead into something else. Okay.
Okay. That's all I got. Do you have a departing lyric for us?
I take a hoe to the hotel, to the motel, to the Holiday Inn. If your girl start messing up, switch and take her friend. Dr. Dre, my mellow is on you. So what you gonna do? That's it.
Dr. J.
Dr. Dre.
Oh, Dr. Dre.
You don't ask me, and then you're gonna interrupt the flow.
I'm confused. What is this from? I thought you were doing Rapper's Delight. What is this?
NWA.
Confusion. Anyway, bye. Thank you for listening to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And rate us 5 stars. I'm Javon.
I'm Calvin.
Later, people.
And we're out.